Hello fellow brawlers, I'm Kairos Time, and it is time for the Jackie Olympics. We're going to be covering everything that you need to know about Jackie, and afterwards, we're going to be going over everything else in the update. Brawler overview. Jackie is a super rare brawler who likes to get rough. She looks kind of cute, but really she's just a foul-mouthed driller who's not afraid to let her tongue loose.
Out of my way, jabroni! This is one wicked ripper! How do you like them apples? Hey, watch out, shout ahead! Why I order? I'll stick a in your
You see what I mean? Attack Groundbreaker. For Jackie's attack, she pounds the ground with her jackhammer, dealing damage to anybody who gets close to it, making her really great at dealing with multiple enemies. The attack only works around where she is standing, but her attack can go through walls, making it very difficult for enemies to maintain cover. Super Holy Moly. For Jackie's super, she drills a hole into the ground, which pulls enemies within range toward her. When she's using this ability, she also gets a shield, which reduces damage by 50%. Now, this ability can pull people from behind walls, but it will not pull them through it, and they will be able to escape shortly after. Targets that are caught within the super will actually be interrupted, and this means that her super will actually stop brawlers from unloading their shots, similar to how like Terra's super would work. If she activates the ability on top of an enemy brawler, it'll still interrupt them and throw them up into the air. Gadget, Pneumatic Booster. Jackie's jackhammer gets a speed boost, and Jackie moves 38% faster for 3 seconds. This is the third fastest movement speed in the game, slightly slower than Leon with Smoke Trail's star power. First star power, Counter Crush. When Jackie takes damage, she will return 15% of that damage to close by enemies. In other words, if an enemy manages to take Jackie out from full health to 0 while she's standing next to them, they would take an additional 1,155 damage. Now that we know how Jackie works, let's put her through a bunch of tests that are specifically designed to see how well she does against other brawlers in various situations of the game. We're gonna start with Jackie's worst test and then move our way up to the best test where she really thrives. Bonus points if you can guess which is her best test. By the way, if you have not already subscribed for more quality Brawl Stars content, absolutely make sure you do it. With gadgets completely changing the game, I've got some really amazing videos planned for the future. The range test. This is Jackie's worst test and her biggest weakness. Jackie has the shortest attack range in Brawl Stars at 3 tiles, which ties her with El Primo and Mortis for the shortest attack in the game. Her super does have a longer range at 4 2/3 tiles, which does save her from being last place in this test, but not by much. She places second to last in the range test. Extra points if you know who places last. The Assassin test. This test is supposed to gauge how good a brawler is at assassinating an enemy with both their attack and their super. Now, Jackie doesn't get any extra damage from her super, which puts her at a disadvantage. However, I still think she's an amazing assassin. She can unload 3 shots in 0.8 seconds, dealing 5,460 damage, which is enough to kill 23 of the 34 brawlers in the game. Now, for reference, guys, that is faster and more damage than Mortis with 3 attacks and a super. The boss test. This measures a brawler's ability to deal consistent damage over a long period of time. Jackie can use her super to pull the sniper bot so that she can get a little bit of extra damage from her star power, not by very much, but it does help a little bit. But her super does not deal any damage, which puts her at a disadvantage. In total, it takes her 1 minute 51 seconds to kill the boss, which places her in 30th place for the boss test. The attack test. In this test, a brawler's total damage from 1 attack is measured and compared. Jackie deals 1,820 damage with a single attack, which places her with BB for 20th place. Now, with that said though, she can actually unload her shots a lot faster than BB, making her great at bursting down brawlers with low to medium health. The reload test. This test measures how quickly a brawler can unload and reload 10 attacks. It takes her 21.5 seconds to do this, which actually ties her with Sandy and Jessie for 15th out of the 34 brawlers. This is a really average reload speed, but she does actually have the second slowest reload speed out of all of the close range brawlers. Extra points if you know which melee brawler does have the slowest. The race test. Jackie has a fast movement speed of 2.6 tiles per second, which is the same as Bull's, Frank's, and a few of the other tanks' movement speed. Now, with her gadget, she's able to get a speed boost twice before completing the race test, which actually allows her to finish it in 20.8 seconds. This is actually fast enough to tie her with Rico for 4th against all of the other brawlers. Now, with that said though, the other brawlers were tested before gadgets were put into the game, so she actually only gets 14th place. Now, I do have some really big plans to redo all of the tests now that gadgets are being put into the game, so you guys are going to want to subscribe for that. The dive test. Jackie uses her gadget to get a little speed boost, and she actually has enough health that she's able to unload 3 attacks on the Ike turret before it takes her out. Now in total, she's able to deal 5,460 damage to the turret, which places her in 23rd place for this test. The survival test. With 7,700 health, Jackie is the 3rd tankiest brawler in the game. She also gets help from her 1-second shield while she's using her super to help her survive just a little bit longer. In total, she's able to survive for 20.8 seconds, which ties her with Rosa for 9th place in the survival test. The push and pull test. Now, Jackie's super doesn't deal any damage, so we're going to use the push and pull test to compare her super to other brawlers that can actually move enemies. Jackie's super has a pull range of 4 2/3 tiles, which is 2/3 tiles further than BB can knock a brawler back. This puts her in 2nd place for the push and pull test. Extra points if you can guess who is first. And now we're about to show Jackie's best test. Could you guys guess what it was? We're about to find out. It's the swarm test. Dealing with multiple targets is exactly what Jackie does best. She uses her super to pull all of the bots in close to her and then kills them all with a single attack. The entire process only takes her 1.3 seconds, which is the fastest out of all of the brawlers. In fact, she actually does this 0.8 seconds faster than the 2nd place brawler. But wait, there's more! I'm gonna go over everything else that's coming in this update as quickly as I can. This mystery brawler is actually named Sprout and will be making his way to the game sometime in the future. I'm gonna be doing a video just like this for Sprout as soon as Supercell lets me. We're getting a few balance changes. Carl is getting a 10% nerf to his super damage. His super is going from dealing 560 damage per tick to 504 damage per tick. This is going to decrease his total potential super damage by 673 damage. Now Max is also getting a 3% nerf to her health. 3%, okay? At max level, okay. Max is going from 4,900 to 4,760. This actually isn't going to impact her hardly at all. She'll be able to be taken out from 1 more mine from Tick and 1 more tick of poison from Barley, but no other interactions between brawlers actually changes. However, that's not Max's only nerf. Her run and gun star power's efficiency is being nerfed by 17%. Here, you can actually see it before and after of what it's like after the nerf. Okay, see, 17% less effective. It's obvious. Mr. P's spawn delay for his porters is being doubled from 2 seconds to 4 seconds after his last porter gets taken out. This is going to make it slightly more rewarding to take out one of his porters. Sandy is getting 2 nerfs. First is a 7% nerf to Sandy's attack damage. At max level, his damage is being decreased from 1,260 to 1,176 damage. This will make it so that Sandy will require 1 more hit to take out 10 of the 33 brawlers. In addition, Sandy's Rude Sands star power is getting a 17% damage nerf. Its damage is decreasing from 120 down to 100 damage per second. We're getting some new skins, okay? First of all, Daryl got a remodel. His look is super clean now. Here's what he looks like in the menu, and here's what he looks like in game. Dumpling Daryl got slightly changed as well and also looks super clean. Now Daryl's also getting his mascot Daryl skin that is going to cost 80 gems. He shoots out confetti from his foam fingers, which is hilarious. Shelly's getting a PSG skin in celebration of PSG qualifying for the World Finals this year. She attacks with a blowhorn and does not have any animation changes. PSG Shelly will be unlocked for free if you win the PSG Cup, and after that she's going to cost 80 gems. I'm going to prepare a strategy guide to help you guys win her, so you guys don't have to worry about that. College Ems is going to cost 500 star points and does not have any animation changes. However, she looks pretty good in blonde. Dark Bunny Penny will cost 10,000 star points, and that comes with a disgruntled bunny hood and a bunny turret, as if Penny didn't look mean enough. Coach Dynamite, Tanuki Jesse, and Horace Bow will be coming sometime in the future as well. Now for this update, you're gonna see a lot of changes with the map rotation. The worst performing maps have been removed, and several of the previous favorites are gonna be returning. Also, you guys know that tickets have been removed from Brawl Boxes and from the shop. In the next update, tickets are going to be removed completely, so you're definitely going to want to use them while you can. You will have until the May update to use the tickets, and players will be compensated for their tickets, but the compensation won't be nearly as much as if you were to use them beforehand, so do not miss out. Supercell is introducing a new underdog system that will decrease trophy losses and increase trophy gains in certain unfair matchmaking situations. If you are an underdog, you will see a message pop up when you start the match, and it'll also show up at the end of the match. There are 2 ways to be an underdog. The first is if you happen to join the queue and play with randoms, and you happen to get matched with 2 people who are playing to get together, but who have different brawler trophy counts of like 200 or more trophies. The second situation is if your team's average trophy count for your brawlers is more than 200 trophies below the enemy team's average trophy count for their brawlers. Now, the underdog bonus is not available if you hit play again with a team. There are a few other changes and bugs that are fixed with this update, so if you guys are curious, you guys can read the patch notes. But other than that, that covers everything in this update that I am currently allowed to talk to you about. I want to know what you guys think of Jessie. Personally, I feel like she's going to be a little bit strong, but I'm curious to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comment section. And also, guys, I just wanted to give a huge thank you to everybody out there using code Kairos in the Brawl Stars shop. You have no idea the positive impact that it has had on me and my family, and it just makes it a lot easier for me to spend the time making these videos for you guys. Also kind of lessens the worry about what it's like to be a YouTuber in the fluctuating economy right now. I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and for now, this is Kairos time ticking by, and we will see you in Brawl Stars.